All right, kia ora team, and welcome to episode 31 of Yarns with Beef and Matt, brought to you by LSKD and Frog Grips. I'm Beef.
I'm Matt.
And today, joining us on site in the studio, he's a father, he's a semi-finals athlete, and owner of CrossFit Papamoa, Aydan Poko. How are you, bro?
I want a better intro, like. Bailey got a mean as one, all with this whole list, and then it was just too dead. I'm good, boys. I'm good. Thank you for having me. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us, bro.
Get the show on the road.
Only you, Only you.
First one to say it wasn't a good intro.
It was good. It was good, but it could be better.
Work on it. Wait till the next affiliate series.
Affiliate series like 10 will be you get a mean list.
Yeah. anyway, bro. So this is our first affiliate series. We've been saying we're going to do this for ages, so we finally got around to it. So Aydan, thanks for jumping on for the first one. Let's dive into a bit about you, eh? Let's go. Let's take it way back, because you're old now.
Shit.
Let's take it way back. The young Aydan, what was he doing?
Shit, what was the young Aydan doing? Man, I started CrossFit 2012, I think, or 2011. I was living over in on the Gold Coast. I got a scholarship to go play league over there.
You want to bring that mic with you, bro?
Sorry. Shit. Sorry, folks.
These live guests.
I'm new to this stuff. Where was I? So I lived there. I got a scholarship to go play league over in Aussie. I lived over there for 8 years, and then I started playing, finished school, XYZ. Started playing Q Cup, which is just a division grade under NRL, and then you're kind of not guaranteed your spot every week, so. I pretty much just Googled how to get fit and strong fast, and then CrossFit came up. And I only been to one CrossFit gym, is Reebok CrossFit Gold Coast. Shout out to Rookie. If you're ever on the Gold Coast, go see Rookie at Reebok CrossFit Gold Coast. You guys know Rookie?
Yeah.
Do you know me? Yeah. So he's my first ever CrossFit coach, and I started CrossFit with him. And then about 6 months into it, I did my first CrossFit comp. You probably won't remember this, but Cam Porter won it. He was first. I come fourth in the RX division.
Oh, yeah.
And my, can't remember the name of the comp. I was on the Gold Coast anyway. And then my coach at the time, he was like, you could make a good deal out of this. I was like, yeah, man. So I finished out my contract with playing league. And then I just pretty much just worked and CrossFitted for about 2 years. And then there was a previous owner that owned the gym, CrossFit Papamoa, before I bought it and took it over. So that was in 2013, or end of 2013. She started up CrossFit Papamoa. Her name was Tamara. And then she had it for about 6 months. And then her and my mum were good mates. And then my mum just mentioned if I could come. I was coming back for a holiday. And she knew I was into CrossFit. She was like, I should come back and run a few seminars or whatever. I was like, I'm like fresh in at CrossFit. I don't know if people want to listen to me. And then came back for a little bit, and then she had asked if I wanted to start coaching. Started coaching here for like 3 months, and then the lady that owned it, Tamara, she must have got burnt out or just had enough of coaching CrossFit. That she had asked if I wanted to buy it. I had no money. I had $0. So I took that proposal to my old lady, and we butted heads and got some funds together, and then just said this is what we can afford. And then she ended up signing it over to us, so that would have been good into 2014 would have been official. Heaps of other things have happened since 2014 and 2024, but that's pretty much the skeleton of
how it came together. So you start in 2012 with aspirations to be a league player, pretty much.
Yeah, just to get fitter.
2 years later, you're back in the Bay owning a gym.
Crazy.
Talk about your league days. So Q Cup, that's pretty high level league. How close were you to cracking the NRL?
Do you guys know Dave Taylor? He used to play for the Titans. He's massive. He had fucking massive quads.
They all do, bro.
Yeah, no, his one was like yay high. And then anyway, he was the second row. He got dropped down to Q Cup, and we were the feeder club for the Titans at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And so he got dropped down to Burleigh, which is the Cup side. And pretty much if you play first grade or NRL and you get dropped, you get the starting no matter what. So I was going up against him. which was like, that's why I was like, I need to get bigger than him. I need to get bigger quads than him. And I did the training squad, which is pre-season.
Yeah.
You do over there, and that was about it. I wasn't fit enough, wasn't strong enough, and maybe didn't have long enough in the game. But over that pre-season time, that's when I found CrossFit, did my first CrossFit comp. I was like, stuff it. Chucked in the towel with the league, and the league, I just sold myself, our league will always be there. Same as CrossFit, I suppose.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll give CrossFit a good nudge after my first comp, and then rest is history.
Have you ever gone back?
Cracked it. 2 years later, only just made semi-finals.
Gold Coast Titans up to.
Warriors. This is a marathon, guys, not a bloody sprint. Tell you that much.
True. Did you ever try and go back?
Nah, so I moved back to New Zealand and then just did the CrossFit thing. And then my Queensland Māori coach came over and did, there was like a Māoris League competition. He ran that up in Auckland, and it was like pretty much all the best teams in New Zealand came together for this competition, and he was coaching one of them. And I just jumped in that. It was just a Māori League comp they have every year. But other than that, that was a while ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Had a few local games with the club. I'm from Tokoro, so I jumped in there. But other than that, bro, it's just too hard to try and get down to trainings. Now I've got a couple kids. And family. So.
Yeah. Because you were, I don't know the full story, but you were living here for a period of time, eh?
Yeah.
When you bought the gym.
My first 4 years, I was living upstairs. I wasn't paying myself a wage, and my old lady was giving me $100 a week. And it was mean back then because there's a laundromat up the road, and I could wash and dry my clothes for $8. You could wash it for $4 and then dry it for $8.
Yo.
And then my old lady would so I'd boost back to Tokoro. She lives in Tokoro. I'd boost back on the weekends, do all my shopping, do my washing, and then she'd bring me back over on Sunday. I didn't have a car. She'd bring me back over on Sunday for the week, so Monday to Friday, same thing. And then every so often I'd stay here for the weekend, so I'd have to go up to the laundromat. I had a push bike at the time. Used to bike to the laundromat, do my washing, and then bike over to do my food. Tough times.
Tough times, all right.
I reckon, bro.
How were you getting to Tokoroa?
She was coming over, so my old lady was driving over, so she'd come over, do the class Friday, and then I'd go back with her, and then we'd come back Sunday, and then she'd go home Sunday. Yeah. So we did that. I did that for a few years, eh? But like they always say, once you start something or start a business or start something, you kind of have to put your heart and soul into it, knowing you're not going to get yourself a paycheck just yet, but trying to see the silver lining at the end of the tunnel.
Were you working a second job at all?
Nah,
that time?
I had nothing.
Yeah.
I did like some weightlifting stuff in the gym here, but outside of this at the time, I was doing nothing else.
Yeah.
Just CrossFit.
Yeah,
And
because
there wasn't too many other classes too. Like I think we had one in the morning, one early morning, one mid morning, and then 2 classes in the evening. So it wasn't a crazy schedule. Could have fit something else, but.
So in your first few years of owning the CrossFit gym, what was the aspirations there, or were you just cruising?
And I remember when Tamara, the lady that used to own it, she messaged and she was like, we're excited to have you here. And then I told her, I was like, I want to get a team it wasn't touring, it was regionals at the time.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd be really keen to get a team to regionals there throughout some year whenever I'm there coaching, or however long I'm there, I do want to try and get a team over to regionals. And then when I ended up coming there, I was like, oh fuck, this is a bit far-fetched. so I just ended up being like, it was just small goals. Like when I first got there, we only had 2 rowers.
Oh yeah.
Like nothing else. No wall balls, no kettlebells, no bikes, no barbells. I think there was about 4 barbells, two guys barbells, two girls barbells.
Damn.
There wasn't a lot of weights here as well. And like every year I was just like trying to just buy bits and pieces. And most of the kit in here I own, but I don't lease anything. So in terms of aspirations and goals, once I did get here, it was just trying to get this place. Well, I don't know. We didn't really, as if I was to compare ourselves to the Mount back in the day, they had all the gear. Like they had all the brand new bikes, had all the brand new barbells and equipment. And I kind of wanted to have enough gear to just get by or get people fit and keep people coming back every day. So I think, my aspirations at the time was just to get enough gear in there to function, I suppose.
Yeah, that's good. I think important to notice, back in 2014, it was just rowers anyway. Like, we didn't have C2 bikes or
C2
skis
bikes,
or anything like that,
road bikes.
Everyone
No
just
ski
had
ergs
rowers.
back then,
Even dumbbells were fucking...
Yeah, they really just come into the scene too.
Yeah. I remember the first open with dumbbells. Everyone's like,
Everyone's like, trying to buy them online.
Yeah, bro. People were taping weights to the
Weights
side
to
of
the
20s.
end of dumbbells,
Bro. 22 and a half, shit.
We used to still do that.
Yeah, fuck.
Now we know we got enough dumbbells, but we used to do that too.
Yeah, bro. I remember I was at Korte here at the time, and I was like, holy, like, dumbbells. Bro. And, like, if you look back to the first open with dumbbells, Patrick Vellner, I can't remember who he was facing, they were switching on the floor. They didn't even switch in midair. They were switching on the floor.
I think it was Brent Fikowski.
Was it? Yeah, Brent and Pat, And they were, like, switching on the floor because they, like, no one knew
how to swap a dumbbell in the air, right?
So, CrossFit's come
change,
along.
Fuck,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Now we're doing 21 fucking on one arm.
And then 21 on the other arm.
Bro, how was 24.1?
Sure, it was cool, eh? It was like there was no real plan to it. It was just a black and white workout.
Yeah.
The middle of it, like the 15s, if everyone's done it, the 15s were kind of like, they were the meaty part of it.
Yeah.
If you could hold on to the 15s, try and keep moving and then just full send the 9s, then you'd come out better off. But either way, if you full centered or not, it was still a bad workout.
Yeah. Have you ever done it twice in one day?
Can't say I have.
Yeah, well, you don't need to.
Can't say I have.
Battling today, team. Like I did it yesterday at 2:30, and then I did it again at 5:30, just to shave off 90 seconds. So it was worth it.
Oh, yeah. That's a
But
jump.
my back's sore. But a lot of hinging. Like I found I couldn't really breathe in the second set of 15 burpees. I was like, holy, like, cause you're just constantly bending over.
Was it the first time or the second time?
Both times. Also, team, if you can hear that noise in the background, it's a bit of an industrial area here. So
Grassroots, we're on the studio.
Anyway, let's keep it going. So what's changed since 2014 as far as your goals going forward now? 10 years later, bro.
10 years later, eh? I suppose the depth now, in terms of athletes or members that are coming to the gym, we've been able to put a team forward to be competitive in this sport, which has been quite good. But again, that comes with its woes as well. But in terms of the last 10 years, the biggest difference, I'll say, it's CrossFit is evolving. And you'd think maybe after 10 years you'd get sick of doing CrossFit, or you hit like a wall at some stage. But man, I feel like it's just charging at the moment. CrossFit as a sport is charging, and it's going fast. I'm excited to see what the next 10 years brings, in terms of like progress for gyms, affiliates.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just say just the sport as itself has progressed fast. Like, we've got more gear now, we've got more shitload more members.
That's awesome, bro.
People kind of understand like what CrossFit Papamoa is and who goes there, things like that. So yeah, in terms of in the past 10 years, what CrossFit Papamoa, I suppose, we've just put ourselves more on a pedestal, you could say, as opposed to it was just a little quiet gym chipping away in the back. But now we've put ourselves on, like I said, that pedestal in terms of the type of athletes that do come here.
Yeah.
It's given us that ability. So yeah, I'd just say the sport in itself has evolved, along with everything else, like our gear and members coming through the doors.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's good that you say like you haven't been burnt out in 10 years, because some affiliate owners have. Like you said, the chick before you had it for barely a year.
Just under a year.
And gets burnt out. A lot of affiliate owners out there, if you are feeling like that, just change it up, man. Like CrossFit is pretty gangster.
Get yourself a hobby. I remember when I was living upstairs, because if you could imagine, you're pretty much sitting and eating and living and working in the same place. And after a year, it could get quite I don't know, hard things might get to you, new bills might come up. But find yourself a hobby. I was single at the time and I didn't have any kids, so what I'd do, I got into snowboarding. But what I'd do is we had another few coaches, and then if there was a good day during the week, I'd quickly coach my 6 a.m. I'd boost down to Ruapehu, which is about 4-hour drive, 3.5-hour drive.
Quick boost.
I'd snowboard for the day, and then I'd get my coaches. I'd get a coach to cover the evening classes. Then I'd snowboard through the day, and then I'd come home, and that'll just give me like a little bit of a boost, or pick me up, to last another few years or a few months or whatever it is. But hot tip, if you are struggling out there or you're finding it a bit hard with anything, just find something else. CrossFit will always be there. Yeah. And you can always do CrossFit, but just find something that takes your mind off business.
Yeah, no, that makes complete sense. Like I suppose you'd get mean like cabin fever being here, or like 24/7.
Well, to be fair, sometimes you're not even here. Sometimes like I don't know how many affiliate owners want to own up to this, but there is a lot of time in between classes. Like if you're an affiliate owner who coaches 90% of your classes, if not more, there's a lot. Like if you're doing 3 morning classes, 3 evening classes, you got a lot of time in between where like you can get caught up in all the bullshit. Yeah, so like getting a hobby, like this podcast was one of the ones for me. Yeah. Just finding something that fills that gap, because there is a lot of time to think, which isn't always a good thing sometimes.
And it's like it's a 24-hour job. Like you come in and do your hour, you do your coaching, and then you might get someone that has, I don't know, something wrong with your ankle, and like, I'm just a CrossFit coach, I'm a physio, but I can give you tips and how if I've gone through that injury, it'll be like, I've rolled my ankle, this is what I did to stay off it. But even when you go home at night, like you're still getting messages like, what's the workout tomorrow, or what time are you training tomorrow, or little things like, I did my shoulder, I can't do this. So it's a 24-hour gig, and it can get quite overwhelming, especially after a few years. So yeah, big tip is to go find a hobby, go find something else.
Yeah, come back. Bro, James, stop messaging Aydan after hours.
Bro, just message too. It's like, you need me to do the workout again? Let's have a rest, bro.
That's the usual one in the group chat. What's the workout today?
What's the workout? Can't do that. My knee's sore.
Yeah. Nah, I'm out.
Yeah, can you stop asking what the workout is? I hate that. Even at the end of class, I'm like, yeah, what's good workout? Go. What's the workout tomorrow? I'm like, bro, come on. It's 6 a.m, bro.
I reckon.
You'll turn up and do it anyway. Just shut up.
But yeah, if you are affiliate owner or just a business owner or just anyone, go and find something else that makes you tick or makes you happy, or just you get that hour or whatever it is just to switch off. Does a lot of difference.
I can attest to that, even because obviously you guys both own affiliates. You're training people all day and doing your other bits and pieces outside of that. But even for me, like I've got heaps of other shit outside of my mahi now that I'm full-time business owner. And I love what I do. Like it's so much easier to get out of bed in the morning now and go and do what I need to do. But even that, for long enough, you're like, I need to go and do something else. Yeah. I'm just lucky I work at the cave, and when I just go play some games when I'm.
I remember a few years ago, actually, I asked Beef, what do you want to do? He was down the back there fabricating. And I remember asking him, what do you want to do? Do you just want to fabricate for the rest of your life? And then I remember him saying, I want to get into videography. And this was when he first started. Actually, cue a shitty video that Beef made.
Ow. Where? No shitty videos.
Anyway, a few years ago he had said that he wanted to get into what he's doing at the moment. So it's awesome to see that you're leaping and bounding at the moment, bro. It's cool.
Yeah, shot, bro.
Yeah. It is fucking awesome.
Pretty sure you've got that same story.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, because you were at my gym, for a year maybe?
That was the first video I made.
And then went to Papamoa, same vibe. I remember him messaging me, he's like, bro, this is exactly like your gym. And I was like, nah, not exactly.
Nah, mine's better.
Who's Aydan?
Mine's better gym. Hey, I can stash more.
Is he big? No, all good about that.
Nah, he's got a good gym.
Nah, that was a big thing for me coming over, because I had my own issues back when I was in TA, and he helped me through a lot of it. And yeah, switching lifestyle, switching workplace, switching gym was big for me. And like I went to Mount, and it just wasn't quite. Mount's all good, but it just wasn't quite the same. And then I clicked on that because I was working like literally 2 driveways over. I was like, there's CrossFit Papamoa right down the road. So I messaged Aydan. And come in for a free trial, whānau. And and it was
a plug.
but I come here and it was just laughs, and it was just like I'd never left, and I was like, okay, no, this is me. This is the spot. It's a real whānau environment that you've made here, bro. And I think I've already told you, but yeah, no, it's just very welcoming. This is getting emotional, eh? I'm gonna change up.
Yeah, I want to change it up, and just to touch on that, because you've touched on the athlete side of things, the competitive side of things, and you're saying that this gym has a real family vibe, which it does. You're a competitive person, but you're also a family person. How do you balance that? You've obviously taken a team to Tour and Pro, but you also run a very family-orientated affiliate. So how do you balance the two in an affiliate?
Jeez, that's a hard question. I suppose in terms of, like, I'm not I wouldn't classify myself as an athlete yet, but if you are wanting to be a top-level athlete, you do have to sacrifice a lot, and with that comes, like, trying to find the right balance. At the moment, like, qualifying last year at team was quite hard to get in. Team training's done, as well as we just had our baby. Actually, funny story, we had team quarterfinals last year, and my daughter was born on the Saturday we had to do the workout. So my partner Bex was pregnant at the time with our daughter, and we had to do one of the workouts in the morning, go to the hospital because she was having a cesarean, go to the hospital, have the cesarean, and then she was in the hospital, we had baby, good to go. Then I had to come back that afternoon and then do another quarterfinal workout, and then we had to repeat it because anyway, it was quite hectic times. But like I was saying, you do have to find a balance in terms of your family and CrossFit, you could say. And then not, like, family is important, but you just have to get your priorities straight and then just make sure everyone's on the same page. I'm grateful that Bex, my partner, she understands what it does take to get a team to qualify for semi-finals. But yeah, that's probably just the biggest thing. It's just making sure everyone is on the same page, and then just understanding that there's a bit of sacrifice within trying to find the balance of doing both things. But it's not easy. There were a few tears and a few F words thrown at me, but we got there in the end. And it is quite stressful if you don't have a good team to help you find the balance with trying to do both.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I can only imagine trying. You've just had your daughter.
Yeah, that's hectic, bro. That's a story
and now
in itself.
I got to take off. Like, that's pretty bit of a heart pull on its own.
And then I had to leave Bex at the hospital by herself with our baby to come back, do a 7-minute workout, and then I had to go back to the bloody hospital again. So
crazy.
Just find the balance, guys, and if you are doing it with a significant other, just agree to disagree. Just find the middle ground. And hopefully, just get everyone on the same page.
Shout out to Bex though.
Yeah,
that's
MVP.
a fucking amazing story. As an affiliate owner, have you ever run into troubles? So I know gyms have, with the athletes getting in the way of, like, classes, or like general members feeling unwanted because of the athletes. How do you deal with that, or have you run into that?
Sure, like the first 5 or 6 years, it's only been like recently, like maybe the last 2 years, 2.5 years, that we've recently got enough. Like I said, we've got the depth here now, and it's only maybe the last year athletes have started to get their own program, which I'm all for. But I always do try and let them know that you're never too good for class programming. Do the class programming, and then if you've got extras, to do it on the side. And I've brought that right through for the past 10 and a half years here at the gym. And so people do know that and understand it. But yeah, like I was saying, it's only been the last year that we've got the depth here now that people are going to outsource their programming, which is cool. I don't mind, and I do say that. Try not to train during class times. And if you do need to train outside of class times. So I haven't come across the issue where that's been brought to me yet, but fingers crossed, touch wood, I don't have to cross that path.
That's good. I do want to talk a little bit about the changes in CrossFit, and it's good you've actually been around for ages. We'll talk on the competitive side soon, but as an affiliate owner, how have you found CrossFit's approach to how they deal with affiliates in general around the world? Like, have you?
It's only been like the last 2 or 3 years. We've got a CrossFit liaison, which is Leah. She lives down in Palmy, and that's like, I think she's only, I don't know, maybe a couple of years that she's been around. So it's just been, like the last 2 or 3 years, CrossFit's been more involved now, in terms of listening to affiliates, listening what they have to say. Not that we say a lot, we just pay our fee and be on our way. But it is cool now to see them. Now they've got programs, affiliate programs, like class programming that they give out for free to affiliates. They give you like free courses and things like that, and they give you the token Christmas card. And like New Year's.
Yeah. Oh, do you get the New Year's one?
Right. I get my Christmas card in New Year's.
Right.
I was telling Leah that the other day. I was like, I always used to get my Christmas card like after New Year's. Oh, what a waste of time. But shout out to CrossFit for sending me my Christmas card.
It used to come with a sticker, by the way, Leah, so I don't know if you want to start sending that sticker out again.
Without fail, always used to send it. So the last couple of years, in terms of CrossFit HQ over in the States, they've been getting a bit more involved in terms of listening to affiliates more, I think, and then just trying to offer more pathways or programs for affiliates to access, which I thought was quite good. 4 years or the years prior to that, we pretty much didn't hear jack from them, eh? Like you just, like I said, you just pay your fee and off you went. But it's been cool the last 2 or 3 years that CrossFit now has been. I think once they got rid of Dave Casher,
They got rid of a lot of people, bro.
The last few years that they've been a bit more involved in affiliates, and like I said, we've had the liaison here. That if we've got any issues, and we did have a lot in regards to like qualifying spots and all those, the little things that are hard to read on the website. So it has been quite good, CrossFit, in the last few years, that they've been more like proactive with the affiliates. I'm not too sure what they are doing around the world, but so far so good.
Yeah, I think just having that point of difference, having Leah to talk to has been real good. It has made a huge difference. And something got brought up the other day. I was listening to another podcast, and it was a person almost complaining about the affiliate fee going up. And I'm not going to lie, I was one of those at the beginning, going, oh, fuck, why has this gone up? But all I was thinking was my bottom line, like, I've got to like raise memberships. So what? Like, people will live with it. And they have. So shout out to my members, like no one left. But you're not, when you sign up to CrossFit, we were never expected to get programming. We were never expected to get anything. We're paying a licensing fee. We're not BFT. We're not F45. We're not getting sent, this is what you need to do for members. We get freedom of expression, and we get to
your own twist to it, eh?
Exactly. And we're one of the only methodologies, like leave our S&C and that kind of stuff, with a education pathway. F45 don't, BFT, and I know I keep name dropping them, I'm not having a go at them, like, go do your own fitness, that's cool. But that's why I love CrossFit so much, because we have an education pathway. They teach us how to move properly, teach us how to teach people properly. And, $4,500 a year US.
Man.
It is up there, but like, fuck, I'll pay it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And there was a time, I think, when they did put up the fee, was what, last year? No, this year, eh?
Yeah, this year.
If you were on the fence about paying the affiliate fee before that, and you ended up cancelling your affiliate fee, that was probably the tipping point for some people. But yeah, like you were saying, I don't know how to describe it. You just do it. You just pay it, and you just make do. You just try and make ends meet.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. You're paying purely for the name, but they're also
it's a licensing fee. But like in the last 2 years, like you've touched on, they have started to introduce a lot of stuff, and it is really cool. So if you're sitting there complaining, one, are you using that stuff that they're giving? Because that'll like change. Like it is. I don't use the programming. I do my own programming because I love it. But like that's there if I needed it. So yeah, I think CrossFit's definitely tracking in a good way as far as because it's not a franchise, and people shouldn't think like that. Like, we're not paying a franchising fee, paying a licensing fee. We're not a franchise. You are an independently owned business. You're paying a licensing fee. If you get rid of that fee, you're just a gym now. So, you know, you still own your business, whereas those other ones, I'll stop naming them, you're buying into a franchise and you don't own what you get to do.
Yeah. Oh, so it's very much here you get a version of
brand.
our thing.
You get a brand.
Yeah, you get a brand, and you do the same as what all the other ones are doing. Oh, okay.
If anyone wants to debunk this, I heard this from, I won't say his name, but if you're one of the first affiliates, which was...
I heard this too.
09? No, it wasn't 09. It was it 09?
No, that was like CrossFit. Yeah, that was like 2000. Well, CrossFit's been around since like 2003.
Anyway, if you're one of the first affiliates to open up in New Zealand, you paid a smaller fee than what gyms or affiliates are paying at the moment. And I don't know what the fee was. It was like $1,000 was thrown around at the time when I was asking. But you pay the same fee. So if you signed up 7 years ago and you're paying $1,000 a year or whatever it is, till this day you're still paying the same affiliate fee now. What truth that is, I don't know. With the affiliate fee rising and whatnot. So maybe along the series someone can debunk that for us.
It was definitely when Glassman was around, that was definitely the rule.
Yeah.
Whatever you signed up for, you paid for your
And
entire
you keep paying that?
entire life. And I think maybe when like Don Fall came along, they got rid of it. And I'm pretty sure it's not there anymore. But yeah, for ages it was that. So like CrossFit Mayhem would have been paying like $500, for example. And then
started up early.
we signed up, we were paying $3,000. So I don't know how much you were paying. 2014, what were you paying?
Can't remember. Wasn't much.
I was 2019 when I bought the gym and re-affiliated, and
What
I
was
was
it then?
3,000.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you at the moment.
Nah, he just doesn't want to let on that he's paying less than me.
Well, 3,000. Yeah, so if anyone wants to debunk that for us, let us know what you're paying. I think it's gone up. Maybe it's gone up this year.
It's 4,500 US, and I had an issue with that, and then it's it's not even a real issue. It's like it's 4,500 US, but any given time of the year, the US dollar sucks. Yeah. We end up paying closer to $6,000. You know, but CrossFit's not gonna turn around because they've got a business to run as well, and they're not gonna lose out. So I was like, I understand it, you know, from both ways. So
so debunk that for us, folks.
Fair play. Oh, we sort of skimmed over it before, but actually wanted to ask about your old lady, Janita. She's a New Zealand weightlifter, correct?
For Masters, you'll have to come back on the age. I'm not too sure of the age, but I know it's Masters.
I don't know if we're allowed to disclose
and I
that
also
anyway.
don't want to get that wrong either. So she's a Masters weightlifting. She made the weightlifting New Zealand team.
Yeah.
And yeah, still currently weightlifting.
That's massive, bro, because she taught me a lot when I was coming to barbells on Sundays.
Yeah.
And was she doing that for a while? Like, was that in the house growing up, or was it sort of new?
No, she was. I think she started weightlifting when she first started at CrossFit. She started CrossFit with JT this was years ago, when JT had Mount CrossFit. So there was Mount CrossFit and then there was Tauranga CrossFit, owned by two different people, but now they've merged them and it's called Mount CrossFit. But this is when they used to have the two separate gyms. She was going to one of them. And I think she just started doing weightlifting. Someone, I might be butchering the story, but someone told her that she could do really well in her category for Masters. So she's only just started her weightlifting journey like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And then someone told her that she could do really well in her category, so she just pursued that. But she was doing CrossFit beforehand, and then someone must have slipped it to her that, hey, go get a gold medal and go to get into make the New Zealand team for Masters.
Yeah.
She started doing that,
Man, yeah, because she knows her stuff, like technically break my lift down and help me progress heaps, and then I keep getting broken. But now you've taken over the workshops. You do some snatch workshops for the community, or you did a snatch workout.
Yep.
More of those coming?
Heaps more, bro. Heaps more people want to snatch 140 kilos.
It's a good number.
I haven't yet.
Oh, can you not?
Coming soon. Yeah, so definitely we'll get a few more. People enjoyed them, and I think, like you were saying, like if there's someone out there that can break it down, break the movement down, or break anything down, make things a bit easier, I think people enjoy it. People enjoy the journey in terms of weightlifting.
Yeah, it's funny from someone who doesn't do this all the time. Like just the smallest cues that you guys, like the smallest bit of knowledge, like fuck, you taught me how to handstand push-up, and I think it was just like head through, at the top of the rep, put your head through and cracked it.
Boom.
Next thing you know, I'm doing handstand push-ups.
Next
And I was
thing you
wrapped.
know, handstand walking.
Nah,
Sorry?
still working on that one. But same with you, I think. Yeah, for muscle ups, you were just trying at the top, like headbutt.
Yeah. One
It's a
thing
head through, eh?
do have to realise is not you can't skin the fish the same way. You know, if that makes any sense. What I'll say to beef might not work for Matt, and vice versa. And I think you can get better at that the more you are involved in that realm or in that sport or whatever it is you're doing.
Yep.
So like you could go over doing handstand push-ups, and I might have had the same issues. And so what I thought worked for me could also work for you, but might not work for Matt. So
What makes sense to you,
yeah,
eh?
yeah. And like I've done Richie Patterson's Olympic weightlifting course. I've done his first one, and he's quite particular, and he's has all the right words and says all the right things and puts you in the right position. Whereas if you were to do one of mine, I'd be like, bro, you're lifting shit, but I'm going to help you fix it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're in like in Richie Patterson's course, he said, that's not a great lift. You know, he'd have a better way to phrase it. So I think, I think if you get yourself into that environment, break the movement down, or just try and explain it however you thought it was.
It could be that different approach is how you potentially get members too. Like there might be someone who doesn't respond well to being told, bro, your lifting looks like shit. But they might resonate with Richie more. I know
100%.
growing up playing basketball, there was a team in Hamilton, high school in Hamilton, Fraser High, and they were a mean team, bro, but their coach was out the gate to like 90% of people. Like it looked like he wanted to step out the players when they missed a layup, stuff like that. And it's like to anyone else, you're just like, bro, he's fuck playing for him. But they kept winning nationals. Like they were just a top level team, and it's just those players responded to that coaching, and then they were just the best in the game. Like couldn't beat them.
I think it's not. People, new CrossFit coaches, just realize that coaching's been around for fucking ever. Like, just because you're a CrossFit coach, like, man management is a huge part of CrossFit coaching. Like, I don't care. Like, you can stand there and do your L1. Like, this is how your shoulders need to be. It's really cool, the basics, but not everyone's going to respond to that. So, man management is key. And a point I have on that is, I don't know if you have an issue with this, but I do have a little bit of an issue with this, is that members in the gym that have been there for a while think they're now a coach, and that's cool. Like, don't get me wrong, but like for that reason, what I'm saying resonates with them. If you give them something else, it's not going to resonate with them, and you've just fucked their brain. And if I say to you, oh bro, leave it to me, why the fuck are you getting offended? You're not a coach. Just shut up. Anyway,
a bit of a touchy subject. But
that's a good point. This is my show now.
Someone back home.
Point. Like, whatever I say to one athlete might not work with another athlete. So 100%. If you're a member out there, maybe just like, yeah, sure, give a couple of pointers, but just realize that, like, you know, too many inputs can completely.
Let the coaches coach, members.
Yes, bro.
Let the coaches coach.
100%.
Clip that. And if you want to be a coach, get your L1. I ain't paying for it. Stop asking.
And just learn. Go be a sponge. Like go to other gyms. And like I said, be a sponge.
Keep paying my membership though.
Go and learn off. And I used to tell this to coaches that wanted to start coaching here was go to other gyms, see how they instruct. CrossFit's pretty much the same. You're gonna go to any gym, you're gonna get a warm up, you're gonna get a strength or a skill piece, you're going to get a workout, and then you're going to get a cool down. All right, that's the skeleton of CrossFit. It's not going to change. It's how you add your own spice to that skeleton, which is going to make you a good coach or not. Yeah. And then to get better at it is, like I said, just go and learn, go and watch other people, and just be a fly on the wall at some gyms.
Here's a question. Who is your ideal member? Who do you want to walk through the door?
Don't say someone's name ever.
What do you mean?
Like describe.
Describe.
I don't know. Like if someone could walk in the door and, I don't know.
Are they coachable?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that's probably just the main one. It's just if you're coachable. Like you get some people in here that aren't coachable. Like you could be saying, like let's say that you've got your, you're not pulling your elbows high enough on your snatch, or something like that, and you go over there and tell them, hey, go do that, and they're like, yeah, and then they go do something else. So as long as I suppose the ideal member would just be someone that pays their membership and someone that just coachable, just listens. It doesn't bother me what type of athlete you are, but as long as you're keen to just learn.
Yeah.
Like I've had a few people ring up, or just inquiries, or people that want to trial CrossFit, and they're like, oh, is there anything I need to bring? I was like, nah, just bring a can-do attitude, and just be open to CrossFit and what it's about. Just be coachable.
You don't have to like answer what we're saying either. Like, I don't know if you get into that. Like, I'll be like, here's what you should do, and then they'll give me a reason why they're not. I'm like, that's cool, but I don't care. Just do this instead. Like, like we can see
just
you're not doing it. So just be coachable. Try the new cue. And
if you don't like it, come back tomorrow.
Give
me something else.
That's $39.
Yeah. So ideal. $39 a piece. Ideal athlete will just be able to walk through the door. So just be someone that's coachable, and then someone that's just keen to learn.
Yeah. And happy to be shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I think as long as you know that CrossFit, like I said earlier, CrossFit is a marathon, and the moment you think it's a sprint, you're gonna hit that wall fast.
So much to learn too. Like, if you are struggling to do a box jump and you want to learn how to handstand walk, it's like, bro, come on, like
crawl before you can walk, bro.
So like, it's cool, and we all got caught in that trap at the beginning. Like, fuck, I want to do that cool stuff, but it's not until you take a step back, look at it from a 50,000 foot perspective, and be like, fuck, there's actually so much I need to learn and get better at, and bettering yourself in this stuff actually makes the sexy stuff easier to do.
100%.
Because it's like for a lot of people it can be intimidating. It can be an intimidating sport, and like you've said it before. People think they've got to get fit to come and do CrossFit, but you do CrossFit to get fit. But it's like you got to have that humility to just come in here and be shit. Like you're gonna be shit. Like everyone's shit.
And just be alright eating that humble pie.
Yeah. You can I don't know, you can squat 180, but you can't snatch 50. Yeah. It's gonna happen.
It was cracker when I first did my on-ramp course. This is over in at Reebok CrossFit Gold Coast. I'd done my on-ramp course, and then my first class was partner workout on the Saturday. I don't know if she still goes there, but she used to coach at Reebok CrossFit. I partnered up with her, but at the time I think she was pregnant, or she was pregnant. And then we had, this is humiliating, eh? We had barbell snatches at 40 kilos. We had double unders, we had some pull-ups. And so I just done my 2-week intro. I was like, I was the man. I had a 200 kilo deadlift, and this was all I was just strong. That's all it was. And then I went and partnered up with her. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna do real mean. Anyway, we had the double unders. Man's couldn't skip. The Sheila was like, oh yeah, you do 50 double unders. Like, yeah, sweet. I'll chip it up. I couldn't even single skip. Yeah. She was like, oh, I'll do it. And then the lady just bumps out.
Pregnant.
I'm broken. Pregnant. I'm like, oh. And then I was like, yeah, sweet. I moved on, and I remember this clearly, man. We had 40 kilos on the barbell. It's just like, oh, you do 10. I was like, oh yeah, sweet. But I couldn't even snatch 40 kilos, eh?
True.
I was struggling, man. And I dropped it. I was like, oh, yeah, you do a couple. Man, it ends up pumping out like 5 in a row. It's all nice and beautiful. And had to take a bit of humble pie, but actually after that, I did 6 months of weightlifting and went from 40 kilos to 110.
In 6 months.
I just did weightlifting, and then I went back and she wasn't there anymore. I wanted to
find
do another
Hey,
workout.
where you at?
I'm back.
Let's go. 40 now.
I'm back, baby. Where you at?
So just be okay with not being okay, folks.
And if you know that girl, hit her up.
Yeah.
Man wants a rematch.
We got triple unders now.
Must be
Crossovers.
a footy player thing too, because I had a bro, Matty Towers, come through the gym. Fit as, bro, engine on him, like, bro, tear things apart, bro, could not jump over a rope, eh?
Yeah.
Like, just looked, he's the
Well,
man
doing those
now,
pull-ups, you know, how you like swing all over the place and trying to do that. That's what I was doing.
I think he still does that.
Yeah, still do that.
Matty T, sorted out. Fuck.
Oh, I mean.
Bro, he got me in the group chat the other day, eh? Fuck. What'd you put it? Oh, it was something about 24.1.
What was that?
It was the 24.1 announcement, and all the boys were in the chat saying, nah, fuck this workout, whatever. And I said, Kieran said something, and I replied to him. I was like, is that us? Oh, because he was broken or something. This guy, nah, you got to come do it on ramp.
It's been that long, folks. Beef hasn't been here.
It's been a minute.
Injuries, life.
Do you run on ramps still?
Nah, I don't run on ramps. What I do is I also don't know if this is right, but it's been working so far. Is I'll get a coach to coach the class, and then I'll get that person to come in, and then I'll go. It's like a PT with
good.
that person.
That's mean, yeah.
It's a bit more like labor intensive, you could say, but I've been doing it for a while, and it seems to be okay. Used to have like a report of turnovers from inquiries to on ramp to members.
Yeah.
I don't have that anymore, but yeah, it so far that process has been working for me. So
Yeah.
I don't know who runs. I know they're still around, but I don't know who runs on ramps anymore.
Yeah, I did an on ramp when I started, 2014, but yeah, I don't run them. I've run a couple. They're time consuming, and they can be hit and miss. Like I think people see the class environment and want that experience, and then an on ramp, even though they're really good,
it's just you're by yourself.
You are by yourself, and it is, it's not the flavor of CrossFit. So I do a similar thing. I don't have another coach, but I'll make sure they come to a class that I know has got confident athletes in it, so I can spend time with them.
Yeah.
And then let's say if it's got snatches in it, I might just give them a kettlebell swing. So they can feel the intensity of the class, and then they can be like, fuck, I want to get to those snatches.
Yeah,
so
I want to do what he's doing.
Yeah.
Is
that Aydan on 40 kg?
Yeah, so I suppose everyone will have their own take on ramps.
Well, I know the term on ramp, but I don't really know what it involves because I have never done one.
I think it's just does on ramp mean anything?
It was just like a foundations class or
you
went through the. So I've run a couple, and the way I ran it, and I think this is pretty similar, is you had, I don't know, I'd run it over 4 sessions.
Yep.
Over 2 weeks, and each went through the 9 foundational movements, and then on the last session you just tried to like put in random stuff as well, and then it just so they had a good idea of what to expect when they got to a class.
And just not make it so scary.
Yeah.
But they were going to be scared anyway, so
yeah,
it was,
just so they could know, like, if pull-ups come up in the workout,
sweet, I can use this back.
you can go to exactly, or you can go to a ring row.
Yeah.
It's like wall balls are one of the things. Like, fuck, I know what a wall ball is actually, and I know what weight to grab now. So they had
foundational, like we're gonna this is what you can do right now, so that they have the confidence of toast to bar. I can do knee up. Okay, that makes sense.
So it was kind of just to soften the blow of a main, like just a normal class.
Yeah,
kind of.
I think I walked into your gym and you're just like, have you done CrossFit before? And I was like, yeah. And you're like, sweet as.
So all good class.
All good.
Snatch
coach. Take it back to before when I was saying, the CrossFit's landscape and how it is for affiliates. You are a competitive athlete. You've been to Torian. How have you seen in the last 10 years the competitive side of CrossFit change, and are you into it? What are your thoughts on that?
Sure. It was my first pretty much semi-finals experience. I did when Torian had they had a peers call. They ran a Torian Pro. It was a few years ago, but they had it at their gym. Yeah. Oh, what was that? Sorry?
Is that the one that Rich Franey went to? No.
Nah, it was a few years. There was a few boys from New Zealand made it, right. But it was just a pairs one, and there were individuals as well.
Yeah. Was it at Torian?
It was at the gym.
Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't at the power after it is now, but I think it was after regionals, after they got rid of the gong, and then that had to come along. So in terms of that competition to semi-finals, I also did Swartz. I don't know if you guys know what the Swartz competition is.
CrossFit Swartz.
Yeah, so CrossFit Swartz, Benji ran a comp. This is a few years ago as well, but it was pretty much the regionals of CrossFit in Melbourne. And all it was pretty much the top 20 or top 30 regional athletes got an invite.
Oh, yeah.
And then if they didn't want to take their invite, they'd have qualifiers.
Oh,
for
okay.
them.
Yeah.
And I remember going to one of those. I was living in the Gold Coast at the time. And then I had a mate as well. He started CrossFit at the same time I did, and he qualified for it. But they had like Swanee in there, James Connew, Michael Mikaiti, Matt Healy. They had heaps of old blokes in there.
Chad McKay,
yeah,
surely.
Chad was in there.
Yeah.
That was probably my first high level, you could say, CrossFit comp that I had been to and watched. In terms of from then to the Torian Pro that I went to semi-finals last year, like I said, just the sport, the sport has evolved. Like the weights, they were doing deficit handstand push-ups at Swartz, which was like 12 years ago, and people were failing them. And like they're doing deficit handstand push-ups now, but now you're facing the wall.
Yeah.
You know, or now you've got a deficit wall-facing strict handstand push-up.
Yeah.
So in terms of has much changed, I'd say just the sport itself. Movements have evolved. Like now people are doing crossovers, triple unders, double under crossovers. Where like 11 years ago, it was pretty much black and white. Like there was sled pulls, there was farmers carry. It was just like CrossFit. Now CrossFit's evolved a little bit. That the movements have gone a little bit more advanced. Like you got your ring muscle ups and your handstand push-ups on your rings, things like that. So in terms of what I've seen in the past year, 11 odd years, is just the sport itself.
Yeah.
It has evolved, and it's been evolving fast.
It's a lot more professionalized. You watch the old videos, like you used to have to squat to a medicine ball, so like like that was the standards.
True.
Doing a thrust, they had to touch the medicine ball.
Stuff.
Go watch Josh Bridges' first attempt at Fran. Like he did like a 158 or something like that. His butterflies.
That
were,
ball, that red ball,
fuck, it was funny. His butterflies were crack up.
I was cracking up at that regionals clip I sent you.
Josh Khalifa. That wasn't regionals. That was the games, bro.
Oh.
That
Of the
was
games clip, and it was Khalifa, and he just keeps failing that snatch.
That was at the Home Depot
Was
Center.
that the muscle
yeah,
up?
it was Amanda, bro. Yeah.
175,
That was at the Home Depot
It
Center.
was 70. Was that 60?
It was 60. It was
But
just
a
Amanda.
shorter bar.
It was just Amanda.
Ah.
Like it was just because CrossFitters sucked back then.
I remember watching that workout, and Camille LeBlanc Bazinet.
Yeah.
She's like a gymnastic wizard, and she was failing muscle ups.
Yeah.
On that workout.
Yeah, Rich Froning. That was when Rich Froning sort of like everyone like, oh shit, this guy can move
Come on the
well.
scene,
Yeah, it's come a long way. Watch when they were at Home Depot, they did this event. They had like a sandbag. It was similar to an event they did later on, but they had to like load their wheelbarrows up with sandbags and go. Bro, their wheelbarrows were breaking, bro. They literally went down to like the Bunnings, whatever the American equivalent is.
Their wheelbarrows.
Yeah, and got like the cheapest ones they could find.
Like local comps now.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
what they kind of like.
I don't, man.
True.
No, that's mean. Anyway,
So yeah, I don't know if that answered your question, but
Well,
close enough.
still on the competitive side, Torian last year. How'd you find that?
Yeah.
man, it was cool, eh?
Yeah.
Like,
Could you
actually,
hear me?
shout out to Matt. First workout.
Oh,
was
yeah.
fucking rough, man. Like,
Yeah.
I can't explain the workout, but anyway, we had a whole bunch of stations we had to complete, and then we had to finish the workout on the stations. Anyway, I think we were into like round 2, or it might even be round 3. Where I was dying, man. I was just sitting on the bike, just like this, like doing the old, just struggling, and then all I could hear was, "Go, Aydan!" And I'm like, "Hang on, who the fuck is yelling at me?" Like we're brand new over at semi-finals, and I was like, I didn't know nobody. Like all we had was beef.
You're the first heat of the day.
Yeah, he was on the
Like,
camera, and then I think we had Bex as well. She is up in the stand, but she was like down the other end, and I was like, "Fuck, who's this male yelling at me?" And then I remember getting off, and I looked over, and I was like, "Fuck, I know that fella. Who was it?" And then they bumped into us at our accommodation.
Let's not talk about that too much.
They bumped into us. Matt was pissed. And then I was like, "Oh, that's the bro that was yelling at me," because he was yelling at all of us actually.
Yeah.
But the Touring Pro was a cool experience. One learning I would take away was if you can get a team or like get people that are there to yell at you, man. Fuck, it made a difference, eh? Like
It does, bro.
I was neck deep in Pain Cave, and then just hearing your name, someone yelling your name, not keep going, or someone just yelling out the generic yells. But to hear
he's talking to me.
Yeah, he's telling me to fucking hurry up. This guy. And so it gives you a little bit of a kick in your step.
I think I knew you guys were going on first, and I've been to a lot of Torians, and just comps in general. Heat 1, especially it's a Friday, bro. People are at work as well. It's Heat 1. Like it's going to be empty. Yeah. Like it's not like Saturday, Sunday that the pro. Friday is a slower day for everyone. And I was like, nah, like they were on early. I was like, I got to get there. So like, because
No. Work the treat, eh? Faster. Shout out to Matt. Anyway, the touring experience. Yeah, like I was saying, it's we went over trying to be as competitive as we could. But at the end of the weekend, I think we came out with more learnings to carry on into this year. The experience was 10 out of 10. Would we do anything different going into last year? Yeah, heaps. But I think we just take what we've learned in the last year and then try and make ourselves a bit better this year. So the experience was wicked. I think it's like top tier or top of the food chain in terms of the pinnacle of CrossFit pretty much for some of us. If you're not on the games edge, but in terms of the experience at the semi-final for Torian Pro, man, let's run it back. Let's go back again.
Let's go.
What is the plans this year? Same team?
We're gonna it's a different team this year.
Yep.
But we're gonna put our best foot forward and try and qualify a team to go this year. We've got a couple of individuals that want to give indies a crack, and they've said they don't want to do teams, so they're backing themselves to try and qualify for individuals. So in an ideal world, we get one indie and a team over.
Yep.
But with the semi-finals or quarterfinals, man, it's just so much admin. Like you pretty much have to have one person on everything, one person on your camera, one person reading the rules, one person telling the team to get to the gym. Because inside a tip, we did the quarterfinal workouts twice. We did all 5 workouts. We did each of them twice. Where you could pretty much, if you did it properly, like you read it, you had someone reading it, you had someone reading the rules, where you had to stand, what tape you had to, what way you had to follow, all those things. If you had someone doing that to relay back to your team, you could potentially just do the workout once. One on day 1, one on day 2, and then you're either on day 3 and day 4. Yeah. So, the goal is to get another team inside and an individual indoors as well. But it just all comes down to
outside
prep. We did have one gunning for outside, but all our males are injured. They just want to max out every day, no names. And
bro, who's the most
touch on Thursdays, no names.
Bro, who's the most humbug at the gym?
In terms of always. I don't know. Everyone's humbug, eh? Like, everyone's got a problem. It's not even a problem, actually. Yeah. I couldn't even put a... James comes to my mind, but I feel like we're talking shit about him. He was copying shit heat before. So.
Yeah, we were talking off camera, so we'll do it on camera now, bro.
I don't know. I love everyone. No favourites here.
Yeah. Actually, if I swing it the other way, you might have to pick a favourite. Has there been anyone who's come into the gym who's been really inspirational for you? Because a lot of the time, you're inspiring others. Yeah. Has anyone had the opposite effect?
Probably Bex, my partner. Man, she's, for the last 3 years, she's just been pregnant. Which is my fault, but the last 3 years, she hasn't been able to put like her best foot forward in terms of like just trying to do well in CrossFit. Yeah. So I'd say, she inspires me. With all adversity chucked at her, sleepless nights, kids doing this, kids doing that, just no motivation. It's been cool to see her progress in the gym. Yeah. She's not a paying member yet. She's not a member, but I think she inspires me to just turn up every day and try and be better, and also at home, just try to be better at home. Yeah, so I'd say her. If I wasn't to say her, I'd probably say, shit, I couldn't put my thumb on it actually. There's a few like people that have just started CrossFit, they just sign up for the open, and they love the open workout.
Yeah.
So like that's inspiring for me, because it's like something so little like that keeps just a little wee reminder that your gym, your community is doing wonders.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, I can't answer that question, but if you were to take, it'll be Bex.
That's the right answer, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Because
Brownie points / goal.
been to a couple leaving dinners nights, some long-serving members leaving, and it's pretty emotional, eh?
Yeah, bro.
It's like, yeah.
It's hard. It's like someone just, like, it's people here are friends. They're not, I don't know, they're not automatic payments, or, they're not people that are numbers.
Yeah.
They're kind of like
you know everyone.
Yeah.
There's not a single member at the gym that I don't know their name.
Yeah.
That's
Or
weird.
like they'll walk in and be like, so hello, so-and-so, how's your shoulder? So it's little things. And you do that, like everyone, most people will be like, most people will do that and be like, oh, he does care about me, So
Makes a huge difference, bro.
yeah.
Right, let's go to wrap this up. I know we were supposed to have a question. I do have one.
Oh, this again.
Go.
So the way we're ending these,
This is new.
podcasts is we're not getting the workouts anymore. Like you said, they just sucked too much.
You just some of those workouts.
Ruthless.
I was like, unlucky people.
Bro.
Hey, and then he gets injured.
Injured for the next 100 podcasts.
Yeah. Oh, it's on the camera, bro.
Yeah. Oh, we're not doing that anymore? Oh, it feels pretty good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Real good.
That's come good. Yeah. But
good.
so
Get rid of
the
the
previous guest asked the next guest a question. You won't know.
Unfortunately for you, bro, we were the previous guests.
Guest, bro. We thought maybe we'll just shoot you the question we had, but I actually had one as an affiliate, on the more affiliate sort of side of things.
Go for it, bro. I haven't even heard this
You
song.
kind of nearly already asked it just then, but it's not a specific member or anything like that, but excluding family life, okay, because obviously that would take precedence. Over the last 10 years being affiliate owner, what is your biggest accomplishment you have achieved?
Nice. I sign off on that.
Biggest accomplishment. I want to be a tin ass and say Torian Pro, but I won't say the answer. I'll find something else that's cool.
Yeah. I'll hurry up.
Will just be the over the COVID, the 3 or 4 years that we had COVID, that we had to shut down. Man, that was hard. Like every time I think about it, like makes me mad but sad. Because we had, like, I didn't read too much into what you could and couldn't do, but I knew you weren't allowed inside, and so we literally had people outside, like in a gazebo, working out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't in it. So that just made me a bit upset that, like, we had got to a point in time where we had to separate people because of the choices they had. So in terms of my biggest accomplishment, it was that I'd seen that time, like we had come through that time, and we didn't come through unscathed, because I did poll up how many people wanted to leave, and basically it was just people that didn't have jobs that said, hey, we can't afford to have our memberships anymore, we're going to have to cancel them. But I think, the biggest accomplishment for me as an affiliate owner will be to go through times like that, or get chucked adversity, and then come out, or see the silver lining joke, because it's 4 years. 4 years of COVID where there was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months where you couldn't even see anyone. You had to stay home. So to be just that, we got through that. We got through that period. We come out the other end, and now that we're leaping and bounding. So that'll probably be my biggest accomplishment, is just being able to take this place through something like that and come out the other end and still prosper. Like, we've got 4 gyms within the space of a 500 meter radius, and it's been cool also to be able to be in the same place, be here for 11 years, and see the gyms come and go, and no matter what this life chucks at CrossFit Papamoa, it's cool, or I feel accomplished that we can get out the other side of it, no matter what's chucked at us. So hopefully that answered the question.
That's powerful, man. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
No, that's awesome, bro.
We'll sign off there, eh?
Massive. Well, yeah, thanks for coming to your gym. And,
Don't be late next time, all right? They said 10 and they were here 10:15.
and he showed up
I was
at
like,
10
quarter
to
to
11.
I travelled an hour and a half here. I got here at 10 on the dot. B 15 minutes later. Aydan 45 minutes later. I'm like, oh, yeah. And the J-Lo who was here was like, island time, bro. I was like, oh.
But yeah,
We should have told you the pod was at 8. We would have been here.
well, I read it and it was 10. I was like, that's not 10.
See me, it was 10.
That says 11.
Thanks for having me, boys. All the best for your future affiliate podcast, and hope it goes well.
Easy.
Sure, brother.
Sweet, bro.
All right, sign off there.
That's a wrap.
Cheers, bro. Nah, I'm going to cut that bit. I'm going to cut that.
Leave it in there.